Hi guys, Kashi HD here with another video on Oceans and Empires. Now, if you saw my last video, we went through hunting monsters and which level monsters to kill in order to level up our treasure skills. Now, since then there's actually been a game update and they've added a new treasure skill. So if we go into our repositorium and just scroll down to the bottom, you can see this new skill here called Eastern Spirit. So if we hit the telescope, we can see that that's going to decrease enemy ship firepower and defense by quite a lot. I mean 43% if you can max that to level 12. That's going to be one heck of an advantage if somebody tries to attack you or if you attack somebody else. Now you can see that mine's greyed out, and there's a very simple reason for that. In order to level up Eastern Spirit, you actually need to hunt monsters which are level 31, 32 and 33, which were added in the update, and they are fire drakes. Now I haven't even gotten to hunting monsters level 30 yet, so you know, I'm not going to be able to get that skill. I'm sure a couple of you guys are in the same boat. But what I wanted to share with you guys today was a couple of guild functions and basically what I consider to be the minimum sort of activity that people should be putting in. Now obviously collecting resources is basic. You don't want to not be collecting resources because you're just not going to be generating any. And then once I've collected my resources, I normally go into the repositorium and use my Legacy of the Sun skill to generate more resources. And if I've got anything building as well, I will use the Duchess's Study skill in order to take an hour off that, and that's actually finished my upgrade. And what I'll do, as soon as I've done that, I'll collect any troops, any weapons and set more. Just kind of stockpiling some musketeers at the moment. And then straight away from there, if you tap on the water and you get your HUD up, you can hit the button in the bottom left corner which brings up your Alliance tab, where we've got plenty of details. We've got the total contributions, we've got how much Alliance silver we've got, how many members and what language. And from here you want to hit Alliance Research, and whichever research is open. Some alliances I'm sure will have like 4 open at the same time. I always like to focus on one. That way all your donations are going the same direction, everyone's working together, and they just get finished a lot quicker. So you want to max that out as much as you can. Obviously take advantage of these ×7s and ×5s. But you can see every time I'm donating is actually adding 12 minutes onto this support cooldown above. And basically I've now got to wait for that to get back below 4 hours before I can donate again. But since the update there's actually another place where we can donate, and if you go down a little bit further, that's this Alliance Skills. And you can see there's a couple of skills in here. We've got Quick Protection, which we've got level 2, and what that does is that generates a peace shield on every single player that's within the Alliance territory. I'll show you that in just a second. Just got to donate to this one. And same again, Intense Shelling, you've got increases Alliance ship firepower against ships and troops. And again that only affects players that are in our territory, and it lasts for 30 minutes. Now at this level we're getting a 5% buff. Once we level it up again we get a 7% buff. Quick repairs all of your buildings by 50%, and obviously if we level that up you can see it will go up to 60%. And then we've got Add Peasants. Now this one increases our collection speed by 20%, and this buff actually lasts for 4 hours, but again it only applies to players that are in the actual territory. Now if I go out to the sea map, now the way to activate your Alliance skills is actually from your Alliance Fortress, and you click on that button there that says Alliance Skills, and there they are. Same as usual, you've got the telescope on the right hand side that shows you the information. You've got the use button in between, and there's actually a cooldown. So I had to use the quick protection yesterday while a few of our members were being attacked and forgotten to shield. So it's going to be another hour and a half before we can use that. What else can we use? If I just activate this quick repair, if it'll let me, any injured buildings that would have, or damaged buildings I should say, it would have just been repaired. And it's as easy as that, really. Now I would probably say that donating is the most important thing that you can do for your guild. Not only are you getting all of these buffs, you can increase the spaces within your guild, you can get extra buildings, and in the economy tab you can even increase how many resources people are producing. So it's really important. Now once you've maxed your donations, you might think to yourself, well actually how much is everyone else donating? So if on the bottom of the Alliance tab you can see where it says statistics, and you just push that and you can actually see who's donated what. So if you wanted to, you could scroll all the way to the bottom and go, oh, you haven't donated, blah blah blah, give them some stick and make them donate. Now if you look just above the donations of each person, you'll see a percentage, and that is the percentage of silver that that player is going to get. Now at the moment we've got 38,000 silver, so we can't actually share it out until we get to 50,000. But as and when we do, our top donator gets 10.1% of however much silver we share out, and that is based on his contributions since we last shared silver. Okay, now on top of all that, when you donate you also get contribution points, which if we go to the market and hit barter, now you can see just above I've got 126,000 contribution points, and I can use those for whatever items I can find in the market. So you can see if I wanted that accessory material chest, I just tap the button, spends 1200 points to get that. Now what I tend to do is try to refresh enough that I find a shield. If you can get like a 1 day or a 3 day shield each day, then your quid's in really. Because the last thing you want to do is be left unshielded, somebody comes along to farm you, and then all of a sudden you're bookmarked and your entire guild gets farmed by some level 28 or 29 that nobody can do anything about. So definitely get as many shields as you can, and definitely shield if you're offline. There we go, we've got a 7-day peace shield there for 10,000 silver. I'm not going to get it just yet, I'm going to go and do some trades and earn a bit more silver first. But as well as that, what we can actually do is we can farm the Empire. So if I just activate my free buffs, I've got sail speed there. That one increases my ship and troop attack. And quite conveniently, we happen to be right next door to an empire, so I'm just going to scout and see which ones have troops and resources. And basically you want to scout these so that you're not wasting your tickets. Where we were hunting monsters last week, they actually give you what are called Conquest Orders, and there's 3 types. You've got your 3rd class Conquest Order, which lets you attack the empire from level 1 to 10. 2nd class Conquest Orders, which let you attack the Empire from 11 to 20, and then 1st class Conquest Orders that let you attack anything over level 21. So like you can see there, I've got 15 2nd class Conquest Orders. I don't want to go wasting them on attacking empires that don't have any resources. So we're just going to go into report and view these scout reports. So the level 20's got resources. Oh, off that. and so are both the level 16, so we're going to go ahead and farm those. Okay, so we've attacked the level 20, we've won, he's on fire. We're now going to go into our reports and see how well we did. So we had 51 casualties, that's troops that are dead, and 68 injured, which will go into our hospital. That's that. And we've also, if you look on the enemy side, we captured 187 troops. And what you can actually do from these reports as well is you can hit replay and see exactly what happened. So there are three sort of main phases to these battles. You've got the first phase, which is ship v ship. Easy as that, ships are going to try and blow the hell out of each other. You can click on any ship to see the details, so the health, the gunpowder, and what sort of troops are on board. And then if there are any ships left on both sides, we'll actually go into like a close combat scenario, where the ships will pull alongside each other and the troops will board each other, and it's troop v troop basically. We're not going to get that in this situation because I've sank them all. And then phase 3 is where we attack their gate and their walls. Now if you look under where it says Empire troops, you can actually see how many troops they've got on the wall, and if that hits 0, then we skip the next phase and that's it, we've won. Now if they'd have had troops left, we'd have actually sailed into their courtyard and we'd have had another troop v troop phase. So that's the replay. If we go back to the report and you look down the bottom, the last bit of information you need there is the obtained resources, and you can see from that one attack we've gained 25,000 food, 25,000 wood, 6.2 thousand iron and 1.5 thousand silver. Now those aren't actually the only resources you can get from this attack. If you go into your prison and view prisoners, you'll see there are the 187 spearmen that we've captured, and you've got two options. You can either release them, and what that'll do is that'll give us these resources above, which is 53,000 food, 25,000 wood, etc. Or we can convert them, which basically trains them up as our troops. I'm going to release them because I want the resources, and then you just carry on, repair your ships and do the same again. So there you go folks, I'm going to leave it at that for this week, and I'll see you again soon. And don't forget to donate.